I'm Adam Bean. Welcome to the ASP Video Training Series. In this video, we'll be talking about how to install a metal roof overlay. Overlays are great projects. They prove to be safer than full roof removals and limit the likelihood of leaks due to exposed rafters or decking. Metal is a relatively lightweight roofing material, weighing in at about 110 pounds per 100 square feet. It also has an excellent warranty. This makes it a great choice for several roofs in our service area. In this video, we are installing metal roofing onto a relatively straightforward gable roof without any valleys or pitch changes. There will be special considerations to make when installing a metal roof overlay on a roof with valleys, pitch changes, hips, etc. Be sure to check out our construction manual at asphome.org for more information on these situations. For a metal roofing project, we begin by rolling out synthetic underlayment over the existing roof covering, starting at the eaves. Roll out the underlayment from gable to gable, attaching with roofing nails. Underlayments have an overlap line on which the corresponding roll should be placed. Work your way up to the ridge, being sure to fashion on corresponding nail marks. Be sure to exercise caution when installing underlayment and do not stand on the rolled out material until it has been fastened down, as it can be incredibly slick. After underlayment is installed, we can move on to installing purlins. Purlins are installed with deck screws and should be attached through the roofing material into the existing roof framing. This ensures that the metal panels are tied into the roof framing and improves roof stability. Install purlins beginning at the eaves and work your way up to the ridge, placing purlins 2 foot on center. You can use a spacer to keep the rows of purlins consistent. Place the last purlin far enough away from the ridge so that the ridge cap can be attached to this purlin. On this roof, we received funding to install rigid foam between the purlins. This is not a requirement for tin roof overlays, but it is a nice weatherization technique. To begin, we install drip edge on the top of the purlin that run along the eave. Drip edge protects and conceals the last purlin and ensures that the water drips away from the fascia. Once drip edge is installed, we can move on to installing the metal roofing panels. On this roof, our panels were ordered to lengths, so they did not have to be cut down to size. The first panel is an important one, as it sets the line at which the roof will run. So it is important that the first piece be installed square with 2 inches of overhang at the eave. The rib with the tab will be facing toward the field of the roof, and neoprene roofing screws are used to attach the panel to the purlins. For the eave and the ridge, there will be a screw beside each rib. For the rows in the field, there will be a screw placed beside the first and third rib. Take care to mark where the purlins are to ensure that the screws are driven into them. Be sure to drive screws in straight and to drive them the appropriate amount so that the neoprene gasket is compressed but not completely squeezed. The next piece will overlap the first, with the small rib of the second piece over the larger tabbed rib of the first piece. There are a couple of vent pipes to work around on this roof. It is best practice to cut a hole in the tin so that the piece can be installed over the pipe. To cut the hole, a hole saw can be used, or a drill bit in conjunction with a jigsaw. Once metal is in place, prepare a pipe boot by trimming the boot to the coordinating pipe size and liberally applying a bead of sealant to the bottom of the boot. Slide the boot over the pipe and finish by installing neoprene screws around the base every 2 inches. Once all the panels are installed, we can move on to installing rake trim. Rake trim protects and conceals the gable edge and is installed with neoprene roofing screws in the purlins and fascia. Overlap and create a plumb cut where the rake trim intersects at the ridge. It's also a nice touch to create a plumb cut at the eave end of the rake trim. Once rake trim is installed, we can install the ridge cap. It's important to note here that the underlayment needs to be cut before installing the ridge cap, so that we are sure to maintain the current roof venting system. Fasten with neoprene screws through the tab on the ridge cap into every other rib of the metal panels. Once the ridge cap is done, all that is left is to do a quality control check. Have your group check all the screws to make sure they were driven appropriately and that none of them have missed the purlins. Once it passes your inspections, climb down, have a sip of water, and congratulate your group on a job well done. Thanks for watching this video. We hope it has been helpful. Be sure to check out our construction manual at asphome.org for more details on metal roofing and how to deal with valleys, pitch transitions, and other common roof features.